Bienvenidos again, horror fans. This is the horror show's spoiler review of the stuff, and you're still eating that crap?
It's not done.
Stay away from me, please.
Are you sure you want it?
I told you I don't want any of it, damn it!
Fine.
Yeesh.
I just can't get enough.
Yeah, of the stuff. In any event, jumping into spoilers.
Yes,
Some of the juiciest,
spoilers!
slimiest in this case from the stuff. Written and directed by Larry Cohen. Got Michael Moriarty in there as Mo, and Chocolate Chip Charlie by Garrett Morris from Saturday Night Live, man. His fate was one that I was kind of sad about. It was one of those plot twists there near the end where, you know, he owns this chocolate chip factory and he gets bought out by all of his relatives once the stuff starts to take hold. And so he joins Mr. Vigilante and he runs off to, Georgia or somewhere. And when he returns, when they're about to tell the world about how evil this crap is, he's possessed. His face begins
taken over.
Yeah, his face like explodes and all the shaving cream, whatever the hell it is that they use for the practical effects in this, just oozes out.
Oozes
and
everywhere. It's gross.
And it's one of the few scenes in the film with carnage. There's not an abundance of it in the flick, but when they do have it, I mean, heads get smashed, torsos get run over, like the guy from the post office who's like, can't you just leave us alone?
Can't you just leave us alone? That was like the coolest part, I thought, of this stuff. We were the more traumatizing as a child when I watched it, because I was like, okay, great, so you eat this food and it turns you into this weird zombie, and then at any given time it will exit you, and it just comes out and it leaves a big hole and like emptiness.
And you're like a shell, and that happens near the end of the film as well when they start to raid the plant, and they're like, you know, they've told Americans this stuff is poisonous. There's this crazy military militia of sorts that assist them with storming this factory and destroying it. And they commit ritualistic suicide, like the People's Temple or something, drinking the flippin' Kool-Aid, man. And they're just empty shells inside this place, because the stuff has formed into this big, huge, gelatinous, kind of like the Blob, which we made. You know, there's obvious connections between the two films.
Right, and it's interesting. We haven't mentioned this before, like how it was discovered. Like
it's just like the Blob, though. The guy walks up and he sees something bubbling. And
what is this? And the first thing I usually do when I see something bubbling out of the ground, hey, I think I'm gonna taste this. I wonder what it tastes like.
I'm gonna have my friends taste it too.
This is delicious. Oh my God,
this.
we can make billions, and nobody knew.
And they
what
did.
Was made of.
They did make billions.
They did.
Yeah.
And even at the end, even after everything happened, they're still trying to make money of it. Let's remarket it into something else.
Yeah, because they tell the American public, hey, this stuff is, you know, poisoning all of you, and there's a mass revolt. They're like burning piles of the stuff cartons all over the country and whatnot. Then the ice cream guys who hire Mo, who wants all that money, you know, who always wants Mo, the ice cream companies band together with the people who made the stuff so that they're like, you know, there's only going to be like 13% of the stuff and the rest ice cream, so that it's not addictive enough to mess people up, but they'll still want more.
But it's still the stuff. It's still an alien creature being thing that is just using our bodies like meat puppets, you know, to take over the world. And that was
commercialism prevailing too. Man, you know, it's like, hey, they will find a way. If they outlaw this, you know, we're gonna find a way where we can still market it. It happens with pharmaceuticals all the time.
Right.
That's scary.
Yeah. And that's why I thought the ending was kind of justifiable when they show up and they force them to eat it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, well, if you think it's safe.
Of course they love it. They're just sitting there chowing down.
Yeah, well, they can't help it.
So many lives were lost, though, and that's the one. That's the most serious point they drive home to get spoilerific with it, is that, okay, these big corporate, deep-pocketed bigwigs that don't care about the little person, they will exploit as much as possible to make money, and who cares? You know, peasants be damned.
Yeah, you get rid of one, and another one will pop up in its place. That's just the way life works, man.
Well, the movie definitely points out those type of peeps, because they're some of the scariest. Those are the real scary things, much more so than monsters, man. Those real monsters sitting in those sky rises and such. So, but the end of the film, the very end, right before the credits hit, is the coolest thing of all, because it shows that the stuff, like the pure stuff, has actually turned into a street drug at that point. So they've got these guys in a dock, you know, and they're opening up the box, and there's just cartons and cartons of the stuff. They taste it real quick. Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's not really fitting, because what happens when you ban anything? It goes on the black market.
That's why Prohibition didn't work, damn it. That's the final spoiler of the day for us, and we're going to extend a grande gracias from me.
And make sure to come back and visit us at the horror show deadstuffchannel.com.
Hell yeah, we've got rad merchandise you can scope out, our Coexist shirts, horror show shirts, the whole 9 yards, man. And you can also get links to our podcasts and videos. Hit us up on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Let's connect and get creeptastic, peeps. Let's do it.
Before you go, make sure you leave a comment below and let us know what your favorite part of the stuff was, because I'm challenging you to actually watch it and make some comments.
Yeah, what's your favorite quote from, what's the most quotable line from the stuff?
What is your favorite quote out of it?
Ah, boy.
I'm gonna make you pick it.
You're totally putting me on the spot.
Yeah,
It's probably where the family is sitting there talking, and he's like, yeah, but Dad, that's moving, that's alive. And he's like, we eat lots of things that are living, son. You know, there's live cultures in yogurt, blah, 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 you know? And it kills the bad stuff inside you.
There is something alive in there.
Jason, I mean, there's something alive in yogurt. It's called benign bacteria. They kill the bad things inside us.
So that's probably my personal favorite.
Mine's gotta be Mo's. I know we already said it before, but Mo is...
Every time you get the stuff, you always want Mo.
My friends call me Mo. They call me Mo because every time they give me something, I always want Mo.
Because enough is never enough. Enough is never enough of the stuff.
Enough is never enough.
And until next time, guys, stay scared. Out. Put that away.